going back to Chris Bryant in the minor leagues? Good thing, bad thing?
Oh man, well those are the rules, so that's the way it has to happen. But I'm looking forward to him coming out.
How about the last couple of days? How you feel about your quarterback so far?
You know, it's a new day in Oregon football. Obviously, we got a couple guys with a bunch of experience that are pretty sharp and know what they're doing, and then it's a little bit of a learning process for the three younger guys. I think all of them done some really good things.
Jeff just said people have opinions off him off kind of a small sample size in games, but he's taken been in hundreds of practices, thousands of reps. What's your comfort level with Jeff, just based on his body of work, in practice, not just games?
Really comfortable with Jeff. I trust him. I know he's always going to know what to do. To some degree, when he's been in games, we've usually been in cleanup mode, and so he hasn't really gotten to run our offense a whole lot. I thought he's had two really good days of practices so far.
In the last couple of years, he had such a hard time. These public you guys wouldn't really separate him and Jake, kind of kept it close. A year older now, what does Jeff tell you that maybe he can separate himself from the five-way pack that's about to come?
The thing Jeff's doing really well is he's being dynamic. When he's taking off with footballs, he's running with purpose. I think it was really easy for him just to kind of relax a little. Most of his reps were practice reps, and practice reps are different than game reps. So we really want him this spring to treat his practice reps as if they're game reps, go full speed, take off the ball, be dynamic. And he's shown some flashes of doing that really well already.
How do you spread the reps around between so many guys?
Guys are getting reps every day. We get a lot of reps at practice, so we don't have as much of a problem with that as other people. But the whole thing will start to shake out toward the end of spring, and I think all these guys will be happy with their number of reps.
You guys also lost three guys on the left side of the line, I guess including Onus. What's your comfort level with the guys in the mix there now?
Well, we're going to have some guys step up there. Every year you lose some key guys, and some guys have to step up and fill the spots. Obviously, it's going to be great having Tyler Johnstone back because that's where he lived before he got hurt a couple years ago. But spring ball is a great time for people to take hold of the opportunity and show that they can play.
What's your thoughts, Scott, when they talked about Charles moving over to defense?
Charles is one of the better football players I've been around. He came in and it took him a while to learn it, but once he did, he was impressive. Not just catching the football, but running with it, blocking, playing special teams. And I have no doubt that Charles will be great wherever we have him.
Do you anticipate, even if he plays defense, still being able to use him a little bit on offense in some packages?
We'll see. I don't know how much he can still remember after he gets all the defense in his head, but Charles is one of those guys we're going to rely heavily on for the next few years.
What's Matt Pearson's role? He talked about he's playing all three spots right now in the spring.
Yeah, we're going to need Pearson and a couple other guys to know more than one spot. It's going to be a little bit of a shuffle for a while until we figure out who's going to man each spot. So the more things and more roles guys can play, the better chance they have of being on the field more.
Is there something about Onus that he did so well that we just kind of overlooked for 3 or 4 years that now, without him, you kind of realize, oh boy, it's made it look so easy?
The two things we'll miss with Onus, one, I'll just miss him because I love the guy, but he's one of our best leaders for 3 years. And we were always, for the most part, in the right blocking scheme because he was smart and got everybody on the same page. So, we're going to have to fix that right away and get other people in there that can get the right calls out and get everybody doing the same thing.
What are your impressions of Tony James so far?
Well, he's fast. When Tony takes off with it, you can tell he can run. Obviously been pleased with his success on the track team. I'm sure that'll continue. He had a great freshman year. He was mostly on the scout team as a redshirt, but he's one of the guys now, it's time for him to shine, and I hope he grabs his opportunity.
How was Ty Griffin's transition from Georgia Tech? You guys are totally different offenses from Georgia Tech to here. How has he kind of progressed from that offense to this one?
Ty Griffin's a great athlete. We're keep bringing him along so that translates to being a quarterback. He's really raw when he got here, and he's getting better every day.
What's your force feed kind of like Johnson 2 days on the campus?
Travis?
Yeah.
Travis did a great job of coming in here already having a really good idea what he was doing, and that was through hard work that he did before he got to campus. So he's pretty much up to speed with everything we've installed to this point, and we'll try to keep him up to speed.
Is that something where because he signed that early financial aid agreement, you guys get him a playbook and get him up to speed?
Yeah, part of it was him signing early financial aid. Part of it was just his work ethic and making sure that he showed up on campus knowing what to do. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.